Hi, and welcome to the Changing Perspectives podcast, the show where we discuss a variety of topics including grief, parenting, health and wellness, and relationships. Join us and explore a number of changing perspectives. We're your hosts, Jenni and Josh Brennan. Hi, Jenni.
Hi.
I guess I should have just gone with what I was going to say. I was about to say, "Hey, baby,"
Oh.
because that's what I call you a lot. Actually.
Well, let's see if you call me that after this
this.
game we're about to play for this episode.
Well, I wanted to. I don't think you did this on this episode, but the last episode we recorded, I caught you at the corner of my eye mouthing the opening.
Yeah, I was totally making fun of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. Did you know that I caught you? You didn't know.
Well, you laughed. I thought that's why you laughed.
Oh, yeah, it was. It
Yeah,
was.
okay.
So welcome to episode 31, everybody. Hey, happy 4th of July for those U.S. fans that we have.
Yep.
So this is being released on July 4th, so hope everybody has a safe and happy 4th of July and lots of fun cookouts and drinking and fireworks and all that fun stuff. All right, so episode 31, Jenni, what are we going to do today? This is another relationship episode.
Yes, we're back to relationships.
Yeah.
So we're back to our friends, the Gottmans.
The Gottmans, good old
So we
Gottmans.
wanted to do something fun because I think the last relationship quiz we did was maybe the apology one. I feel like the last one we did was heavy. I don't really remember what it was.
Yeah.
I think it might have been the apology one.
I think there was one after that.
There might have been.
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
Mhm.
I could have looked.
31
So
episodes.
here's one. I have no idea how it's going to go. We're just going to see.
Excellent.
Okay.
That sometimes is the best content.
We'll see. It's the Gottman Island survival game.
I
So
love
we're going to
it.
play a game.
We're
It's
gonna
a
play
game
Survivor.
that you can play at home. Well, we're not like voting each other off the island. We might.
We're not?
We might. I don't know. It's a game about communication and how you and your partner kind of come to consensus and handle conflict. So this is something you guys could do at home with your partner.
Yeah, please do.
We've
Let us
never
know
done
how it
this.
goes.
We are flying by the seat of our pants here.
I literally have seen the sheet that I just filled out for about 2 minutes total.
Me too. We didn't overthink this. Okay.
Excellent.
So here's the Gottman Island survival game.
Yes, the setup.
Imagine that you and your partner were on a cruise when your boat sank. This is like my biggest nightmare because there's probably sharks.
There's
and everything.
sharks. Oh my goodness.
You awaken to find yourselves on a tropical desert island. Some items from the ship have washed ashore, but you only have time to carry 10 items before a storm comes in. Each of you make a list of the 10 items you would choose. This says have the most crucial item as number 1 and the least crucial item as number 10.
I did that.
Okay. Then share your list with your partner and come to a consensus. So I've picked my 10. You've picked your 10. We now as a couple have to decide what's the actual 10 items we grab.
Hold on, though. We should read through the items.
Oh, I'm
and
gonna.
everybody- Okay.
I'm going to. Yes.
Okay.
We're already fighting. Do you understand what we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here's the items to choose from. I won't share
There's
what I
26 of them.
There's 26. Remember, I picked 10, Josh picked 10, but we as a couple have to decide what our 10 are. Okay.
Okay.
Here's the 10. The 26 you can choose from. 2 changes of clothes, 10 gallons of water, matches, a backpack, 2 tents, a knife, sunblock lotion, which I don't call it that, but okay, Gottman's, long rope, freeze-dried food for 7 days, 1/5 of whiskey,
Yep.
a compass, gun with 6 bullets, first aid kits with penicillin, AM/FM and shortwave radio receiver,
Okay.
pots and pans, shovel, toilet paper, 2 sleeping bags, small life raft, cook stove and a lantern, 2 walkie-talkies, 1 change of clothing, flares, regional aerial maps, a Bible, and binoculars.
All right.
All right, so
26 items.
what are your thoughts on how we go through this?
I think we should each go through. Did you rank them?
I did.
So we should go number 10 and one like to countdown.
Okay. All
10
right.
being the most important. I mean, sorry, 1 being the most important,
Okay.
obviously.
So you want
What's
to know
your
my number 10?
Yeah.
Toilet paper.
I mean, are you kidding me? Are you serious? That's a joke, right?
That's the least important
Toilet paper?
of the 10 things I'm grabbing.
But why toilet paper?
Because what am I going to use? Leaves?
Leaves.
I don't like the outdoors.
Water.
I don't like the outdoors.
Oh, Jenny.
All right. So toilet paper is not on your
Wow.
list. All right. So
We're already failing.
I could be convinced to not. I'm writing down maybe toilet paper. All right. I'm okay. I might be able to let go of toilet paper.
Were you looking for hair dryer on your
Oh,
list?
stop. Okay.
All right.
Should I keep going? All right. Now you'll do your number 10?
Yeah. But I have to make a note of yours, right?
I don't really know.
Should I make a note? I refuse to be on an island with you where you choose toilet paper as one of our survival.
Okay.
So this is survival.
Then you're not going to agree with most of my list. Okay.
I feel like I should make a list of the stuff that I'm just going to put a check mark.
Okay.
My number 10, and I ranked them quickly, so it's really
this is
not
not going to be a short episode.
It's not supposed to be. It's not a pint-sized perspective.
Okay.
I ranked them quickly, so it's not really maybe not my least important. I think in hindsight, this one's probably farther up, but number 10 for me is compass.
Well, I did not have compass on mine.
Okay.
Compass is a good one, though.
Yep.
I could be convinced to put that on there.
You
I actually didn't register the compass
at all.
So can we put compass on our list?
Sure.
Because I'll replace my toilet paper with a compass.
So I'm going to circle compass.
All right, so I'm going to write compass.
Okay.
All right, so then my number 9, one change of clothing.
You've got to be kidding me.
I really don't like to feel dirty.
Jenny.
I like clean clothes.
This is not vacation. This is a survival trip. You have toilet paper.
I don't know if I want to survive if I feel dirty.
Oh my goodness. Remind us never to do Naked and Afraid together.
Oh my God, I would never do that.
That's a great show.
That's a terrible show.
I would love to do that.
Great, go do that.
Not for 3 weeks or whatever the heck it is. Maybe like 2 days.
No, not for all the money in the world. All right, what was your number 9? I guess it wasn't a change of
clothing. Oh my.
I'm feeling very judged.
I'm
I hope
judging
that's one of the
you.
follow-up
You
questions.
should be feeling judged.
Okay.
My number 9 is a shovel.
Also not on my list. Because I figured I
Jenny,
could use my hands.
I'm losing my mind right now. So you have in front of you a bunch of items.
Right
One
now
of
I
them
have
is
toilet paper and a
shovel.
change of clothes.
I have a compass and a shovel. I live, you die.
But I die comfortably.
Oh, with a clean butt.
Yes. And clean clothes. I smell nice.
Oh my. So my number 9 is a shovel.
What? Why can't you just use your hands?
You're going to use your hands to
What am I gonna
a
dig?
ditch, to dig a place to go to the bathroom, to dig a fire pit.
What else can I use a shovel for? Oh, it could be a weapon.
It could be a weapon.
All right. All right. So we'll add shovel. So,
Okay.
all right. So far your 2 have won.
Don't
a
hit your
compass
mic over there.
and a shovel. So my number 8.
This should be good.
Hold on, I can't find my sunblock lotion.
Okay.
I burn.
It's not a vacation. You don't need sunblock.
But I
Do you know
burn.
why you don't need sunblock?
Because I'm going to sit in the shade?
No, you're going to use your shovel. You can use my shovel. You're going to use a shovel. You're going to dig some dirt. You're going to mix it with water, and you've got natural sunblock.
Then I'm dirty.
You're surviving on an island. It's not vacation.
Listen, what we're learning about our relationship is
Toilet paper, sunblock, and clothes.
You should just feed me to the sharks.
How many pairs of shoes are you bringing?
Well, I like to be barefoot, so I'm
Okay.
cool with none.
All right. You
All right,
can
so-
use mud as a sunblock. You don't need to use sunblock.
Okay. All right. What do you have?
My number 8 is a backpack.
I also don't have that.
You don't have a backpack.
I thought about
How are you
it,
going to
though.
carry all this stuff?
I don't know. I thought about it. All right.
Okay.
So I'm putting a backpack down. Clearly, you're a better survivalist.
Yeah. Clearly.
Okay. So you want to know my 7?
Not really.
A cook stove and a lantern.
Okay. I almost selected that. You're almost okay. I didn't select that though.
But that's like 2 things. That's like cookware and a light, as opposed to pots and pans.
But all right, you've got a stove though. What are you going to cook on the stove?
A squirrel.
No, but did you end up putting pots and pans?
Well, no.
Okay. So I didn't select that because I'm just going to make a fire and cook on the fire.
I really want a lantern, though.
You don't need a lantern if you have a fire.
I can't carry fire.
You could, and a torch.
Oh, you'll make me a torch?
Yeah, I'll make you a torch.
Okay.
We can put a question mark for cook stove and lantern. I thought it was okay. I mean, I almost picked it.
But I don't have pots and pans. And I don't know that, are we going to have cook stove and lantern and pots and pans?
See, that's why I didn't end up picking it, because that takes up a lot of your stuff.
And you don't really need pots and pans.
I mean,
you don't really need a cook stove. You can cook with pots and pans on a fire.
Yeah, right.
All right, okay. So no cook stove and lantern. What did you have?
My number 7 is a long rope.
Also didn't
Not
have
on
that.
your list.
Why did you have a long rope?
It'll help make a shelter. You can carry stuff with it. You can drag stuff with it. You can. What do you mean? How?
How does it make
How do you think
shelter?
you make a tent? You can make a tent.
Oh God, I'm just gonna.
With rope.
All right. We're adding rope.
Okay.
All right. My number 6. Oh, I think you'll like it.
Are you okay?
First aid kits with penicillin.
You know what's funny? That is my number 6. Yeah.
Yay.
So, want to hear something funny? So oh, jeez.
Everett's in my face.
Everett is on the microphone licking Jenny's face. So I actually before I selected the first aid kit with penicillin,
You thought about whiskey.
Yes.
Me too.
Yeah, I had selected it and I crossed it off because I needed another spot. But as fun it would be just to sit there and drink whiskey. Whiskey's an antiseptic.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah,
I did know that, and I did think that.
Yeah, but I think we got penicillin, which should be good, and neither of us have a penicillin allergy, so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So first aid kit with penicillin.
Awesome.
We agreed on something.
Yes.
I had something useful on my list.
All right. What's your number 5?
Matches.
Okay, matches are on my list. It was
Okay.
they're my number 2.
Machine is not happy. All right, so
we're bringing matches.
Matches are on the list. Maybe not number 5.
You keep hitting your mic.
I'm
Is
sorry.
that a pixie?
It's my pen. I haven't figured out how to
hitting your
write
mic.
with a mic. Okay, sorry.
My number 5 was flares.
I don't know. Well, I didn't.
How are you going to get
flares.
rescued?
Well, I have a change of clothes and toilet paper. I don't need to get rescued. And
Okay.
sun lotion. I'm
Oh,
on
yeah.
vacation the
You're
rest
good.
of my life.
Yep. But you
Flares
didn't bring the
seems-
whiskey, so you're not on vacation.
Flares do seem like they are an appropriate number 5.
Well, so I selected flares not only for the rescue element, but you could also start a fire with them. You can actually use them as a weapon if you wanted to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So flares are a number 5 then.
Okay.
My number 4 was an AM, FM, and shortwave radio receiver.
Okay.
But
I don't know
I'm
what you
reading
would
now
do
that
with
it
that.
says a receiver.
Yeah. I like your thought,
I
Maybe
did
you-
this quickly, and
Did
I
you
would
Did you want to listen to Howard Stern in the morning or something?
listen to some music. I would like to change that, Alex, and replace that with.
Well, hold on.
I probably would replace that with flares.
Was that your number 4?
That was my number 4.
Okay. My number 4 is regional aerial maps.
Why are you going to fly planes? So you can see where the planes fly.
No. Has nothing to do with planes, Jenny. Oh. Wow. I'm not even sure what to say.
It's
Did you think that meant like pilot's license? Or what did you think that meant?
like flying routes,
No.
like plane routes.
Aerial is a view from
Is a
the
mermaid.
sky. That's true. Wow.
It's very late when we're recording this.
It is
and
late. It's been a long day.
I've taught 3 classes and I've graded 31 midterms.
And I'm teaching
And I've
you.
seen 27
And
patients.
Jenny is teaching Changing Perspectives fans how to die on an island. I'm teaching them how to live on an island.
All right. So aerial maps, what would you do with those? You'd be able to be like, hey, there's a lake.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds important.
Or don't forget, my number 10 was a compass. So I've got a compass, and I know that this direction is north.
We are
and
never
south
getting
and-
divorced because you're my key to survive.
Okay.
All right. So number 4 is maps. What's your number? My number 3?
Yeah.
Are you scared? A knife. That seems useful.
Very good. That's my number one.
Oh.
Is a knife. It's a critical tool you can use for hunting, for making a shelter, making whatever.
Okay.
Kindling. So.
All right. What was your number 3?
My number 3 was pots and pans.
Okay. Which I think we should put on.
Okay.
So then I know what our number 1 and our number 2 are. Matches and a knife.
Matches and a knife for me. What were they for you? What was your number 1? A Bible?
10 gallons of water.
Yeah, I mean.
But we're in the ocean, so you can boil it.
Yeah, and you use the aerial map to find out
fresh water.
You've got fresh water.
Okay.
Right.
And my number 2 was food. Freeze-dried food for 7 days.
Definitely
don't you think we should have that?
No.
Why is that a waste?
Because you hunt for food. You find food.
But maybe we get rescued in like 3 days. I would really like to not eat a snake.
Hey, that was probably like my number 11. If I had to choose 11,
so you would have
food,
all of this stuff. Oh, you would have a backpack over food.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I can use.
Can't you make a backpack with your long rope?
No.
Can't you carry stuff in your pots and pans?
No. That's clunky.
I feel like I really want food.
Okay.
What can we take off the list for food? Because I've accommodated you on pretty much everything. I'm not taking toilet paper. I'm not taking a change of clothing. So I'm going to have a dirty bum. I'm going to have smelly clothes. I'm going to have a sunburn.
So, hold on. So what are our 10?
I'm not going to have water.
Them? Hold on. Can we go through our 10?
Compass, shovel, backpack, rope, first aid kit with penicillin, flares, maps, pots and pans, and then we haven't numbered matches or knife. So if we have the maps, do we really need a compass?
Oh, yeah.
We can orient ourselves, though, with the map and the ocean that we just washed up on, right?
Okay. Do you want to take the food instead of the maps?
No, I want to take the food instead of the compass.
Oh. Well, I think that... But we don't really know the
what?
The terrain.
Right, but if we have the map, we'll have an idea.
But we don't know what's what.
We'll know the ocean is the ocean.
Yeah, but the compass will tell us which way is north and south and east west. Like if we don't have the compass, we have to figure out where we are on the map.
We need the compass.
You can't say, oh, the 7-Eleven's there, so that means that we're this way in the map.
Well, I thought maybe it would be like, there's another island right over there, and you could orient yourself.
I think the compass is more important than the map, but we have to choose between the two so you can bring food.
Okay. All right.
That's my opinion.
Okay. Well, I want food, so
can
food be number 4?
That's fine.
Okay. And then...
So let's review our list then.
Compass, shovel, backpack, rope, first aid kit, flares, food, pots and pans, and then, which is more important, matches or knife?
Knife.
I agree. So matches. So we have our 10?
Yes.
And they're ordered.
Yep.
All right, so we didn't kill each other.
Nope.
Now, here's the Gottman part. Now you take a quiz about it.
All right.
All right, so ready?
Well, hold on. Should we take
a break?
We should take a break.
Let's take a break and each answer our questions individually and then come back.
Right.
Okay.
All right. We will be right back.
What's up, everybody? My name's Tim from the Shut Up and Dad podcast, and I hope you're enjoying this show. If you're looking for some laughs after you finish listening to this episode, come check out Shut Up and Dad. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and your favorite podcast platform by searching Shut Up and Dad, or simply head to our website, shutupanddad-podcast.com, where you can listen to episodes, read our blog, and find links to our show. That's shutupanddad-podcast.com.
Okay, we are back. Jenny, so before the break, we finished doing our final list of survival items. We have our top 10 for us as a couple that we're bringing. So can you review those again for us real quick?
Yes, and I can tell you that none of our animals made it on the list.
Yeah, they are not coming with us.
Nope. Compass, shovel, backpack, rope, first aid kit, flares, freeze-dried food for 7 days, pots and pans, matches, and a knife.
Okay.
So now the next part, Gottman wants you to take a 10-question questionnaire about the process.
Okay.
Okay, so we just did that during the break.
Yes.
All right. And then you score it up and it gives us an answer.
Yes.
So, number 1.
Did you get yours? Did you score yours?
I scored mine in a third of the time it took you to score yours. So I hope we don't have to do math to stay surviving on this island.
You think you're funny?
Nope, just being honest.
Okay.
How effective do you think you were at influencing your partner? I said, so your choices are not at all, neither effective or ineffective, somewhat effective, or very effective. And I said I was somewhat effective. I mean, I did get food on the list.
Okay. So that was choice C, somewhat effective. I went with D, very effective.
Well, yeah, you like bullied me. Okay.
Oh, no, I did not.
You laughed at me from the get-go.
You put toilet paper on the list.
Toilet paper is very...
Sunblock. You put sunblock on the
I
list.
burn. What is on my leg right now?
A sunburn.
Yes.
Did you put sunblock on it?
Well, I forgot to.
Okay.
I didn't think to put it on like that little corner of my leg.
That's true. If I had mud last weekend at the baseball field, I could have prevented you from getting a sunburn.
Well, I had sunblock. I just didn't use it there.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Okay.
what's question number 2?
How effective was your partner at influencing you? I said very effective because I gave up all of my things for
You
you.
just told me I was bullying, though.
You were effective.
I was in effect, but I was bullying you?
You were not kind.
Well, I guess we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
So oh, and this is for you. I put somewhat effective.
Okay, because I did
you
get food.
the food. And some of yours, you had a lot of good, I mean, your list wasn't total bogus items.
I could have survived.
Yeah, well.
I would have been
for
comfortable.
a couple of days, maybe.
7. I have freeze-dried food and 10 gallons of water. I could sit in one place
Yeah.
with my change of clothes,
Okay.
my sunblock.
And what if a plane flies over? What are you going to signal them with? The toilet paper?
I can spell out something with
Okay.
rocks or driftwood that I find. You know, the proverbial help.
And how long is it going to take you to spell out help? Is the plane going to hang out there and
No,
hover?
I could have it prepped.
Oh, okay. All right.
It'll be
I get
prepped. It'll be
that. I
like
get
I'll
you.
do that in between like listening
Meals?
to my music. Yeah.
Okay. And no, but a lot of the stuff on your list, I almost had on my list, like the cook stove and what else?
Right. Okay, but
So
what
I
was the
put
question?
somewhat effective for you.
Okay. Did either of you try to dominate the other, or were you competitive with each other? Your choices are a lot, somewhat, a little, or not at all. And I said a lot.
Okay. I wrote a little.
You think that you were a little dominating?
I didn't try to dominate your decisions. Mine were just better.
All right, okay.
I honestly didn't try to dominate.
You also weren't like, oh, that's interesting, the toilet paper. But Jenny, I think that maybe something else. Why are you laughing?
Because.
This may be indicative of how other things in our relationship go. Sometimes you just think you're right and I'm ridiculous.
That is true. That is something I definitely need to work on.
And you laugh at me.
Yeah. But I think that, but you admitted like a lot of the time during this, as we were going through the list, you said, well, you even said, we're never getting divorced because I'm going to stay alive. Like you're going to keep me alive.
Yeah, you're going to keep me alive, but you're going to dominate me and make me not feel good about myself.
Well, that was not my intent. So that actually is why I wrote a little, because I feel like I didn't dominate you.
You really feel that? Like you didn't?
Yeah.
I feel like
was-
you made fun of all of my choices.
You know what? That's just good radio. I didn't really, I apologize if you felt like
No,
I
that's
was
really
making
how you
fun of you. No. Well, I just legitimately thought that I was educating you on the better choices.
Toilet paper is a good choice.
Okay. For you.
I hope that you get stranded on an island and you get poison ivy on your butt.
On my butt?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're using poison ivy as Everett's eating a
As
textbook.
a toilet paper. I get what you're saying.
Mm.
Everett, you need to stop eating that textbook.
Okay, I'll read this while you go take the
Okay.
textbook away from him. So I lost it. Oh, did you sulk or withdraw? So this is talking about me. And my choices are a lot, somewhat, a little, or not at all. And I said a little, although I guess right now I'm sulking and withdrawing
Yeah.
somewhat. But I'm going to stick with a little.
I went with not at all.
Yeah, because you were winning.
Was it a competition?
Kind of.
Okay.
All right. Did your partner sulk or withdraw? And I said D, not at all.
I wrote a little.
Okay. Did you have fun? And your choices are the same. Not at all, a little, somewhat, or a lot. And I wrote somewhat. Did you have a lot of fun?
I had a lot of fun.
Okay, you're such a jerk.
Why am I a jerk?
Because you had a lot of fun being mean.
Okay. I didn't. My intent was not to be
Haha,
mean.
your wife is so dumb. She couldn't ever survive on an island without you.
I thought it was endearing. Your choices were endearing and very sweet and cute. A lot of your choices.
Toilet paper is not cute.
It is cute.
No, it's a necessity. Even the Charmin bear thinks
But
so.
what are you gonna do when you run out of toilet paper?
I'm gonna be. What's the Seinfeld
Can you
reference?
spare a square?
Yes.
Oh, that's a good.
I'm
show.
not going to share with you. That's for damn sure.
Okay, but seriously, what are you gonna do when you run out of toilet paper?
Then I'll have to succumb to nature and figure something else out. But I'm pretty confident I could survive 7 days with a roll of toilet paper.
But what if
Our children cannot, but I can.
What happens at 8 days or 9 days or 10 days? Part of the decision.
Well, I'm done with food and I'm not going to hunt. So the batteries probably run out on my radio. So
you should
I
have brought
guess
the whiskey.
I die.
I mean,
That's the end of my vacation.
my point on one of the criteria I used to select items was that you can continually use them, like they don't run out or
That's
they're
a
not
good
disposable.
criteria. Okay. I'm not planning on being there forever.
Okay.
Mentally, I
But
don't
you
think I can
didn't bring
survive more than
flares.
7 days on the island.
Okay.
I think maybe I'm done. My boat sinks. I pass out and somehow make it to an island. I'm pretty much done. Let's just get a nice
like,
suntan.
punch my ticket. I'm done.
Enjoy some
Punch out.
freeze-dried food, drink some water, and go to sleep one night.
Okay. So what's the next question?
Did you work well as a team?
Okay.
Oh, right. I said somewhat.
So did I.
Okay. What would it have looked like if we worked well as a team? A lot.
Well, I know we were just I was just trying to make this entertaining, but
No, you weren't. This is if the
No, I
radio,
really
if the
was.
mics were off, you still would have. It would have gone exactly the same.
That's true.
If the mics were on
That's
or
true.
off.
So
That is how you would have talked to me.
So I think that I would have been a lot more understanding and nicer to you about your choices. That's what it would have looked like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same
if
for
we were
me.
working well as a team.
How much irritability or anger did you feel? I said some. Choices were a lot, some, a little, or none.
Before I answer, can you explain your answer?
Because you're mean.
Okay.
Because you just make fun of me.
Okay.
Like I'm this helpless, dumb girl with no common sense who doesn't know how to survive on an island, who's never seen Jaws. All this. It fits the narrative that you have of me.
That's not the narrative.
I'm helpless.
That is some distorted thinking.
I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what you think
You're
of me.
using a mental filter right now about the way I feel about you.
You're
Catastrophizing too.
I'm not catastrophizing.
You're magnetizing.
You're bringing in all of the CBT stuff from
Yes,
our
I am.
last 2 episodes. I applaud you for your efforts.
Thank you.
But I didn't see you doing much of any other stuff. when I was going through my list.
Right. So I wrote, which one is this one?
How much irritability or anger did you feel?
I wrote a little.
What were you angry about?
I wasn't angry at all.
What were you irritable about?
No, I wasn't really irritable, but I went with a little because the adjective to define what I was feeling wasn't there. I was a little annoyed at some of your choices. This is real. I'm being completely honest.
That's hurtful.
Why is it hurtful?
Because I'm going to cry.
You're going to cry?
For real.
For real?
You're annoyed by my answers?
No, I wasn't annoyed. I was like, oh, why would you choose that?
Ugh.
Yeah.
So why would I choose toilet paper?
Because that's important to you.
Why would I choose a change of clothes?
Because being clothed is important to you.
Why would I choose? What else did you balk at and laugh at? Sunblock.
Mm-hmm. Because you burn.
Like a lot.
Yeah. But I know that there's a way to survive a different way without using those items.
How can I survive and feel clean without a change of clothes?
That's true. I don't know about that. I don't have a good answer for that.
You just laughed at me. You weren't
I
interested
did,
in hearing
yeah.
my viewpoint at all.
Yeah.
And now I hear that you're annoyed with me. So
I had to answer
play this
something.
game at your own risk at home, people, because
I had to
it
answer
unearthed some
something.
feelings.
I wasn't irritated by you or angered by you.
Or you were annoyed by my answers.
I was annoyed by a couple of your answers, yeah.
Yeah. So that makes me feel like, what do you really think about? Am I an embarrassment?
No, oh my goodness. No way.
Oh, that's kind of getting at what my core belief is when I hear you say that.
But that's definitely not the case at all.
Okay.
I think you're hilarious and very cute.
But you don't want to be stranded on an island with me.
No. I want to be stranded on an island as long as I get to choose the items. Or most of them.
How much irritability or anger did your partner feel? I said a lot.
You thought I was irritable and angry?
Yes. Okay, we're just using different languages, but you just said you were annoyed by me. That means the same to me as irritated or anger.
I didn't feel a lot of anger or annoyance at all. I wrote
I
a little.
felt it like you were.
Okay. All right. I wrote some.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's true, because that was my answer to number 8. And then the final question is, did you both feel included? And I said, your choices are not at all, a little, a reasonable amount, and a great deal. And I wrote a little.
Okay.
You must have written a great deal.
I'm glad you wrote not at all. I wrote a reasonable amount. I went with C.
You liar.
So what are you talking about?
You totally... Oh, did we both feel included? Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought that for a second I was thinking it asked if you felt included.
No. It's both of us.
All right, so what was your score when you added it all up? So now, if you give yourself 1 point for each A answer, 2 for B, 3 for C, and 4 for D. So we tallied them up. What did you get?
My total is 32.
My total is 26. The Gottmans say, actually, this is by John Gottman and Nan Silver.
Who's
Had
Nan
a little
Silver?
helper. I don't know.
Okay.
Silver. If your total is over 24, you are doing a good job. So according to Gottman and Silver, we're doing a good job. I disagree.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on this?
I'm feeling really bad about making you feel bad.
My feelings are real.
Yeah.
Like I was in a good mood and
So
looking
was
forward
I.
to like spending the night, like not doing anything.
Yeah.
Our vacation's starting now.
Yes.
And now I have like real feelings that are coming to the surface of
Yeah.
like, oh my God, he thinks I'm a stupid girl and is basically like rolling his eyes at me and thinks I'm dumb.
I definitely don't
And is
think those
embarrassed
things
by me.
at all.
But this is what has come to the surface for me.
Well, let's talk about that.
And I noticed I immediately like backed down
You did.
because you laughed at me publicly,
Yeah.
which I don't know if you know this about me.
You don't
I
like that.
hate.
Yeah.
It was part of the reason for our biggest, most recent fight. Sorry, I hit it with my pen again.
Well, before we keep diving into this fun topic, we can shout out where this quiz came from. The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work, a practical guide from the country's foremost relationship expert, John Gottman. So you can check out that book. That's where this quiz came from. So, yeah, I feel totally bad about making you feel that way. And I don't think those things at all. So let's talk about love language for a second.
Okay. Which, if you haven't listened to our other episodes, go back and listen to our love languages one.
I feel, and this is,
Everett feels tired.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this is like.
Can you get to what you're going to say?
I don't know how to best to say it in a PC way.
Ouch.
What?
I'm afraid now.
No, I just feel like I have to take care of you, and I want to. Like I'm the father and the husband, and I have to take care. Like I feel like I have to take care of everybody in this house in our family, and so I feel like by default I would have been in charge of this scenario.
But I earn money.
I know. No, I don't mean.
So what do you mean?
I don't mean financially.
When we go somewhere, I drive.
No, I know, but I don't.
When we
like
plan
when
vacations, I plan them.
Well, let's go back to the last episode or 2 episodes ago when we talked about what happens when you hear a noise in the middle of the night. I would leave. I would not let you leave. I would leave the room, grab my softball bat, go out there and deal with it.
But truth be told, you wouldn't wake up. I would hear the noise and wake you up.
That's true. But my point is, and how it's not really, not to say this is correct thinking, but I feel like I have to take care of you. And I'm not the breadwinner. That has nothing to do with it. It's the physical, when you get down to the raw sort of innate.
Is this like a gender role thing? Like you're the husband and I'm the wife. So if we're stranded on an island, you automatically have to take control.
I got this. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to build the.
But would you have felt that way
if
if my list had matched yours? Would you have felt that way?
Yeah. Regardless of what you said. Regardless of anything that you said, I would still feel that way. And I want to talk about love language because I know that your love language is acts of service, right? And so I know that I hope that the way that you know that I love you is by acts of service, right? Doing things for you. And that sort of ties into that feeling that I had going into this, is that I am going to be the one to take care of this situation, build a shelter, go hunting and all that stuff. So that's where it comes from. I certainly do not think any of the things that you said at all.
Yeah. Well, so I feel myself shutting down.
Yeah.
Right now.
I can tell, actually.
Yeah. Like I'm just like.
Why is that?
Because I think that this has brought some stuff up to the surface for me that we haven't resolved. So
let's resolve it.
Are we going there?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So
we're already being vulnerable.
So I feel dismissed. Okay. I feel like if we sort of peel away, like if we drill down, if we down arrow, if we use
the sunblock,
if we use the CBT stuff, right, we kind of get to core belief there. Really what I'm feeling during all that, like instantly when I said, like even before I said toilet paper, I knew you were going to make fun of me.
Why?
Because I know you.
Because you know it was a bad choice? Because
I knew you wouldn't care to hear my reasoning.
Gotcha.
That you would think, I knew you wouldn't bring toilet paper.
Trying to be funny.
No, you weren't. Even if we didn't have the. Okay. So I felt dismissed.
Okay.
And I don't like feeling dismissed.
No, you don't. I know that about you.
And our biggest fight recently was when I felt dismissed publicly by you.
Yes. Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yes, okay. That's what I was talking about.
Yep.
Same incident we talked about a few few episodes ago,
Right.
Argument in a restaurant at a dinner party. I tried to shut it down.
Mm-hmm.
I publicly tried to shut it down. The entire table turned and looked at me and nobody said anything. And you looked at me and ignored me.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt dismissed by
Yes.
everybody at the table because nobody said,
But especially me.
nobody said, Jenni's right. This isn't okay. But you didn't. And I felt dismissed.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I tried to tell you I felt dismissed, you dismissed me even more. And so we never really resolved it.
Yeah.
I left the restaurant. I went home. I left you there.
Yeah.
You walked home.
True.
Let's not feel that bad for you. It's a mile away.
Yeah.
You could have Ubered
Well, it's like a mile and a half.
or asked someone for a ride, which is what I thought you would do. But instead you walked home. And it became like a big fight. It started because I felt dismissed.
Yeah.
And so and we've talked about it since then, but I'm still hurt. And in this moment, going through the survival game, instantly, before you even answered the question, before you even responded to me about what your number 10 item was or what your response to mine, I knew I was going to be dismissed. And so it brought all these feelings up.
Yeah.
Okay, so people might be thinking, okay, well, we're not going to do this. But
You should do this.
It's
This is a good
probably good.
exercise.
This needs
Yeah.
to come up to the surface. And clearly we need to, when we shut off the microphones, deal with our dogs who are crying because they're feeling a little left out. But also
They're
we
feeling
need
dismissed.
to, well, actually it's Norma Jean. So she might be feeling
Yeah.
she sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So we need to talk about this. So really this fun game has identified some real
Yeah.
stuff. We worked through it and everything was okay, but there's some underlying stuff that came to the surface. And
Right.
that's what sort of a forced conflict. This is sort of a forced conflict activity. If you've ever been to a training or a workshop that talks about diversity or improving or anything, there's often some sort of forced conflict with a team where you have to kind of figure stuff out and it's uncomfortable. That's what this is. And I think that's useful, a little uncomfortable, but this is the stuff in relationships that has to be attended to, because if it doesn't, it just festers under the surface and then spills out like this did tonight. It really all spilled out, and I feel like I did that night.
Listen, we talk about how...
So I might leave you and might make you walk home from home.
Okay. Listen, I want to come back to... I had this on recording that you said we were never going to get divorced because you would feel like I could protect you or...
Because true, I do
Yes.
feel like if we
I'm gonna
were
hold you to
stranded
that.
on a desert island, you would know some things
Right.
and would be helpful.
But there was a much, much better way for me to express that without
Yes.
making you feel dismissed. So we talk about the fact that our podcast is real all the time. It's real. We don't re-record things. Sometimes we have to stop things and let a dog go out or something. But it's real. And we did this quiz, and we try to be vulnerable and put it out there. And the whole point is to let you see a real relationship work, and maybe sometimes not work, and see the hiccups and the obstacles.
We're not going to always show you just the
Yeah.
perfect selfies on Instagram.
Exactly.
Right? Like that.
Exactly.
What a lot of people do. Because I think a lot of times relationships end and people are like, what?
What happened?
What happened?
Yeah.
Because they never really showed the real stuff.
Right. This is the real stuff. And
This is the not pretty stuff.
what's interesting too is now that we have sort of peeled back the layers of that initial discussion between the two of us, and I could really see you like hitting that mic stand, don't you?
I haven't adjusted to using a pen with
Yeah.
the mic stand arm. Sorry.
Peeling back the layers of that discussion and the laughter and the back and forth when we went through those 10 items, I really did dismiss a lot of those things you were saying, and you sort of backed down. You backed down, and that was not my intent at all. And again, I'll say it again, I feel really bad about you feeling that way. But I do think that we make a good team a lot of the time. We make good decisions together. We solve problems together.
I agree. Listen, I think we have a great list.
I agree.
And we came to it pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did back down, and you weren't at all like, Jenni, most of these are mine. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
You just allowed me to back down.
There was such a better, more collaborative way for us to get there, and that's on me. So,
but also me, I didn't fight. I just let you.
Yeah.
Which I
laughed.
think in instances,
you sort of chuckled along with me as we were going through that.
Well, that's my defense mechanism, right?
It is.
Like I'm going to laugh at myself because everyone else is laughing at me. But when I'm dismissed, when I feel dismissed, that's what I do. I back down. Unless it's about my kids. Right. If you're dismissing my kid, that is a different story.
Different story.
But that is a pattern. And so maybe I need to do some like CBT work if we're kind of going back 2 episodes and last episode and kind of drill down a little bit, thinking about like something else that happened today that I won't get into with someone else that dismissed me. And yesterday, I felt really dismissed. And so I backed down. It's just and then I felt like bad and felt like, did I do something wrong? And
it sort of festered a little bit.
Yeah. But then today I did sort of not back down and I felt really good in not backing down. But that's my pattern. I'm realizing, just in doing this silly little island survival game, realizing really how challenging of a belief that is or challenging of a feeling that is for me when I'm feeling dismissed. And then recognizing that what that does is it shuts me down and I'm not true to myself in terms of my behavior.
True. Right.
I shut down.
Because that's like a defense mechanism. You're going to you're just going to go along with it because you feel you don't want to call attention to it.
Although I didn't that night at the restaurant. So I have to think about that.
Yeah.
Because I swore at you and I stormed out and drove home.
Yes, you did.
Because I was all set. I also thought that there were like fists were going to start flying. Not between us, but like it just felt tense and I was leaving.
Mm-hmm. Well, I want to say before we end this episode that there is nobody that would rather be stuck on a desert island than you. I would much rather be with you than anybody else.
As long as I don't bring toilet paper.
You can bring your toilet paper. That's fine. You want to make sure you have a clean butt. That's fine. Yeah. But for real, no. And
I feel the same way, and I love you, and I think we do make a good team. But we've identified sort of next level. Like I don't really think we've ever kind of made that real connection
I don't
around
think we really have.
Like it's like a love language thing, but really that dismissed.
Yeah.
That we've never really identified that and talked about that. And so here's something I think huge that came out of this silly little game. So these are good things to lean into. I also want to add, I know you're saying so. Yeah. We realized the other night that there are, oh gosh, where did I put it on my phone? The Gottmans have an app.
Oh yeah.
It's called Card Decks. It's Gottman Card Decks. And so they have like, I don't think they have things like this on here, but a lot of questions to ask. We'll at some point sort of lean into this and do an episode about it. Yeah. But I wanted to share that since we're doing a Gottman sort of topic right now, to go ahead and download the app. It's free. Do a little exploring of it, and we'll get into that at some point too.
Yeah, I'll shout that back out at the end. What I wanted to say, I think that you recognize the fact that you should have, been honest about feeling dismissed and not sort of back down. And I think that maybe I should have, at the beginning, before, we even started talking about our list, being honest with how I felt about needing to take care of you and being like, listen, I have this duty to protect you at this level, this hunter level, creating you, making a fire for you and making a shelter for you. So I feel like I need to be in charge of this, no matter if that's wrong or right. I should have shared that with you. I feel like maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
That would have been an interesting kind of way to see how that went. So I'm glad we did this.
Yes.
It was not at all how I thought it was going to go.
No, me neither. I'm glad we did it too, and I encourage everybody to check this out.
Yeah, to give it a try and have this conversation with your partners.
Yeah.
And and kind of see
Real stuff.
See what that is like for you.
Real relationship stuff today. Do you have anything else? It got real.
No.
You sure?
I think so.
You seem like you had something else to say.
No, but the Gottman Institute is a great resource.
Yeah.
And I really do encourage people to sign up for their like Marriage Minute emails. Yeah. They're literally
we don't just say that. We want you guys to do it.
Because I get them.
Yeah.
And they're really like quick, short emails, short little questions. They're just kind of a good reminder, kind of like a little tap on the shoulder, like, hey, remember, focus on your relationship.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a marriage, if you're in a committed relationship, I think it's a good reminder to get those new things every day. A new sort of question, a short little, not even full paragraph. And then they always have a link to like different articles and resources and stuff like that. So I think it's a good thing for couples to invest in.
Absolutely. I kind of want to go camping. Do you want to go camping right now?
Not even a little.
Not even a little. Mm-mm. Okay.
No. Although, who is that Instagrammer? The lady that became famous because she did the like birds and the bees video about puberty. I can't remember her name, but she is like glamping in the Grand Canyon.
Oh, yeah?
And like they have a running toilet in their tent, and they have a shower in their tent.
That is definitely
glamping. And like a mattress with a box spring.
Everett is making all kinds of noises.
Can you ask me if I can go camp? If I want to go camping again? Yes. Ask me again.
I kind of want to go camping. Do you want to go camping?
Yes. Can we leave our dogs here?
Yes.
You don't. I wasn't even saying that to cut it out. I was just saying like
I was like, I guess I have to edit that part out. Okay.
I'm just answering differently.
Yes.
I would go camping in her tent, not with her, but in a tent with the bed, running water, toilet, pillows.
That's not really camping.
And there's a wood stove, it looked like, and I think an air conditioner.
Oh, wow. But
it's a tent. It's a canvas tent with windows.
Is there toilet paper and sunblock?
There's a running toilet.
Oh, perfect.
And they're in Arizona, so they're all like covered and it's dusty.
Very good.
Yeah. So yes, I would do that camping. But if you're talking about pop up a tent and lay on the ground, nope.
You know what? I would enjoy it. I would make the most of it. I camped a lot as a kid, but it wouldn't be my first choice for a getaway.
Camped.
We did.
Like early on in our relationship.
Early Jenny and Josh.
And then when we got more money and could afford hotels, we didn't camp anymore.
Exactly. All right. Do you have anything else for us today?
Not that people who camp can't afford hotels. I'm just saying I camped because I had to.
Yes. We didn't have any other options.
And then when I had other options.
Back then it was cheaper to get a tent site at a campground.
Yeah. Then when I had other options, I preferred to be indoors.
I think it was like $20 a night back then.
I know. I think one without electricity
cheap.
was like 12 or 8.
Yeah. Oh, 18, I think. Something crazy like that.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to try it again. Do you have anything else for us today?
No, sorry.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. You can learn more on this by checking out the Gottman Institute. You can Google the Gottman Island Survival Game. You can find that in the book, The 7 Principles for Making Marriage Work, a practical guide from the country's foremost relationship expert. Also, you can check out the app Gottman Card Decks. We're going to have future episodes exploring those options for you. Everybody, please follow us on Facebook at Changing Perspectives Podcast and on Instagram at Changing Perspectives Blog. You can check out our website by going to changingperspectivesblog.com or send us an email to changingpodcast@gmail.com. Go ahead and subscribe to the show so you'll never miss an episode, and we will see you next time. Say bye, Jenny.
Bye, Jenny.
The Changing Perspectives podcast is produced, recorded, and edited by Dizzy-Bird Studios, Whitman, Massachusetts. Visit Dizzy-Bird Studios on Facebook, facebook.com/Dizzy-Bird Studios.